habitat. An example of organisms, mostly plant, let's start with that of the plants. We have what we call the diatoms. The diatom. Diatom is a plankton. You can't use, most times you might not be able to see them with your naked eye. You see them with the aid of a microscope. Plankton, they are very small. Now, they possess rhizoids for attachment to rocks and air bladders, and they also possess air bladders for buoyancy. Buoyancy simply means the ability to float. So these organisms are very tiny, but they can float in the water. They have what we call rhizoids. These rhizoids are for attachment. We also have algae. Algae can be found there. Remember, we have different types of algae. We have the green algae, we have the red algae, we have the brown algae, we have the blue-green algae, and so many others. Now, we have algae inside the water. An example of an algae that is found inside the water is the sargassum. Now, these sargassum, they possess chlorophyll for photosynthetic activity. They also have large surface areas for drifting or floating on water. Yes, so they have large surface area for drifting and floating on marine habitat or on the water. We also have seaweeds. Seaweeds. Now, the seaweed, they have what we call holdfast for attachment, and they also have air bladder for buoyancy. Now, let's take a look at some animals that can be found in the marine water habitat. An example of an animal that can be found in marine water habitat is the shrimps. Shrimps. Now, the shrimps, they possess claws. They possess claws for seizing or holding prey for food. Okay, to hold their prey or hold their food. We also have the periwinkles. They can be found also in marine water habitats. Now, the periwinkles, they possess lungs for breathing, and they also have foot for attachment. They have foot for attachment. We also have the starfish that can be found also in the marine water habitat. They possess 2 feet, which help them to hold on to rocks or shores, and hard shells, which prevent drying up. All right, and they possess hard shells that also prevent them from drying up. And then also we have the cartilaginous fish. The cartilaginous fish, we have examples like the dogfish, we have the shark, and so on. These cartilaginous fish, they have the ability to retain urea in their bodies in order to regulate high salinity. Is also a way they regulate their internal environment, a process we call osmoregulation or homeostasis. Okay, so they carry out this process by